You wake up with the faintest souvenir of last night, a face, a room, a weird sandwich. The memory slips away the moment you try to hold it. A few seconds later, poof, only the odd feeling that something uncanny occurred under your eyelids. If we spend years of our lives dreaming, why can't we remember most of it? Tonight, think of me as a friendly neuroscientist with a bedside manner and a fondness for metaphors. We'll walk through what your brain does at night and why forgetting dreams is not a personal failing. It's the brain's default setting with a bit of drama and chemistry thrown in. First, the good news: you almost certainly dream every night, even if you're convinced you don't. The most vivid dreams occur during a stage called REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep, when your eyes flicker under the lids and your brain activity looks surprisingly similar to being awake. If researchers gently wake people in the middle of REM, about 8 out of 10 will report a dream. So the real mystery isn't whether you dream, it's why the brain chooses to forget most of those nightly movies. During REM, the brain is in a strange cinematic mode. Emotional and visual regions like the amygdala, which handles emotions, and the visual cortex, which builds images, are buzzing. That's why dreams can be intense, colorful, and sometimes melodramatic. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, the bit right behind your forehead that handles logic, planning, and working memory, takes a nap of its own. With the director of reason on coffee break, dreams play out with odd timelines, questionable physics, and questionable casting choices. The result: vivid experiences that your brain isn't treating as archival material. Now let's talk chemistry, because brains love chemicals and plot twists. When you're awake, molecules like norepinephrine and acetylcholine help your brain pay attention and encode important events. Norepinephrine is like a memory glue. It helps things stick. Acetylcholine is more like a stage manager, keeping neural scenes running. During REM, acetylcholine stays fairly active, keeping the dream projector humming. But norepinephrine drops to near zero. That means the projector is on, the movie is intense, but the record button for memory is largely off. It's as if your brain is hosting an elaborate late-night show but forgot to save the file. Timing matters too. The arousal retrieval model says that to remember a dream, you need a brief wakeful window right after it ends. Think of a dream trace as a delicate sketch on damp paper. If you pause, pick it up and copy it to a notepad, you've preserved it. But if you roll over, hit snooze, or immediately scroll your phone, that sketch smudges and vanishes. People who intend to remember their dreams, those who mutter, "I will remember this," like a ritual, and jot notes immediately, are effectively giving their brain the wakeful time frame it needs to transfer a fragile trace into longer-term storage. Why do some people remember lots of dreams while others remember almost none? High dream recallers tend to have more frequent brief awakenings, slightly different activity in brain regions linked to self-awareness and internal thought, and sometimes subtle structural differences. In areas like the medial prefrontal cortex, they're also more likely to be creative, open to experience, and genuinely curious about their inner cinema. Conversely, irregular or poor sleep, alcohol, and some medications that disrupt REM, extreme stress, or certain mental health conditions can reduce recall. If you rarely remember dreams, it doesn't mean anything is wrong. It may simply mean your brain isn't inclined to wake at the right moment or to treat dreams as important data. Here's the delightful paradox. Many scientists think REM sleep and dreaming are deeply involved in memory consolidation and emotional processing. At night, your brain replays, reorganizes, and strengthens memories, and may use dreams as a rehearsal space to process feelings and experiences. If dreams help with memory, why doesn't the brain let us remember them? One sensible hypothesis is that the useful work happens in the circuits themselves. Systems get updated without needing a conscious transcript. Plus, imagine remembering every weird night episode. Your waking day would be swamped by bizarre side plots until reality and imagination are indistinguishable. The brain may prefer a tidy inbox. So why can't you remember your dreams? Because during REM, your brain flips into a special mode. Emotional areas are lit up. The logical prefrontal cortex is dialed down. Key memory chemicals like norepinephrine are nearly shut off, and only brief awakenings can rescue a dream from oblivion. Forgetting dreams isn't evidence of laziness. It's a feature of a brain busy working behind the scenes, processing, rehearsing, and pruning, often without leaving a conscious trace. The next time you surface with a fragment of dream, a color, a laugh, a surreal sandwich, treat it as a rare survivor, a postcard smuggled past the brain's own tidy delete button.